Alright. Yeah, so I ended up having Rebel on here.
Preferably in the back of me. The beast. Barbarians bombarding your whole set. Better get your guardian underground where you go next. The beat take the heat, raise you sweating bullets, so the heat spray on each day. Can't overlook it in a different time zone. Mind grown, but you can still get your Apple right with your iPhone. I'm on fire, can't stop it, ignited into a rocket. You really want me to pop it? This ain't a race, it's a marathon. Can't keep the pace and get slayed with a fade at the hair salon. I don't do skinny jeans and big shirts. Niggas that run their mouth will be the first to get work. Work what you getting from the main entrance. Put this pipe in your wife, make the pain different. Have the hammer rock steady, plus make it whisper. Cause these jokers two-faced, so I play the Riddler. Uncivilized, primitive.
All by radio. Right, go in. Close the horror interview. This time I'm gonna take it serious. No road this time.
Everybody that seen that picture was like, does he have a shower before?
Yo, 1-4 for the illest niggas out. Everything including your kitchen sink when we dish it out. Flip the script. You niggas bitches don't even watch your mouth. Option is leave this clip or get a party scout. Walk them out, walking them down. What that was all about. Meeting in session, but ain't no talking clown. Giving them hell, get engaged. I don't play. You couldn't get these pumps of the shell. Back on the shit, never got off. Couldn't tell. Took a break for the competition. Work on themselves. Now we back spazzing. The masses all screaming for help. These fake rappers get mad. All scream from the show from the young nigga. Give a fuck about your comparisons. Whoever in your crew step two, and y'all carrying. It's all scary when you see what the young and carrying. I'm barbarian. All you niggas, I'm barbarian.
Hope this app don't act stupid tonight. Last week it just kept crashing.
Oh shit. This shit happens sometimes. It's technology. I mean, like even major radio stations have those problems. They just have backup systems that go into a loop when they crash. Right. Then you all of a sudden start hearing shit and you're like, oh, why'd that happen? It's because it crashed and they just went.
Well, see, as soon as I hit disconnect, it automatically kicks in the radio because it's 24 hours. So music is playing for 24 hours. And then whenever we have shows, what we do is we do like what D.L. Hughley does. There's music playing on 95.9 and then he just comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what
I mean.
That's what this does. And it's your girl Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi on Hard Body Radio's in the Spotlight. Thank you all for tuning in on this Saturday, which is a lovely, beautiful, beautiful day, as far as I'm concerned, with my sick self. Yes, I have a cold. That was Team Cremate, Barbarians. As anybody knows, I only play local artists on my show. Well, I did play Kevin Gates when he got out, when he was released. That weekend I played, yeah. So I had to pay a tribute to my man Kevin Gates. So yeah, this week, as you know, if you paying any attention, I have the one, the only Mr. Frank Lewis.
I'm back.
If you happen to see or listen to my show last year, I believe it was in July, I had Frank on. It's so hard for me to call him Frank. I've known him as EC.
You can call me EC. This isn't about. This one's not about me.
I confuse people.
And you don't understand. I mean, EC's tattooed on my arm. Like, that's who I am. Like,
right.
It's okay.
Right.
I was just telling somebody earlier. I was like, there's damn few people left that call me EC.
Right.
But the funniest part is the people who know me as Frank now.
Right.
They know me as Frank before there was an EC.
Right.
Like I told you, I remember when Prophet asked me. He's like, damn, yo, how'd you come with Frank Lewis? That name hard as shit. And I was like, my mother named me that. He's like, oh, yo, I thought your name was EC. I thought the initials stood for like something like that. I was like, oh, no, it stands for East Coast. It's basic.
But I had EC on last July. And yeah, we was at the other building. He came in a robe and shower cap.
In a robe and a shower cap. That's insane.
Oh, that's champagne, yo.
That's ridiculous.
Y'all go to my
walks around representing him in a robe.
Well, he was embodying his inner ghost face.
Ghostface is the man.
Yes. But yeah, go to my Baltimore Paparazzi YouTube channel and look that up. It was we had an awesome time. Snaps and Only they came into, which was wonderful for me because Snaps had left. He had moved right after that.
Yeah.
And you know, that's, you know, PZ is one of my favorite people. Him and Only. I love Only so much that people started to believe me and Only were in a relationship.
I understand that. Well, listen, I didn't bring them this time because I thought maybe this would be my chance, my move. Like, me and Lisa one-on-one, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to tell her it's a serious interview. But I'm not going to show up in all that ridiculousness. I'm going to pants and clean shaven and be like, hey, Lisa, how you doing?
see, I know your girlfriend, so, see?
Always putting somebody on blast. This is Baltimore. Don't forget that.
Right, you got that shit right. I had a dude try to holler at me. Well, he wasn't trying to holler at me. We were at Baltimore Sound Stage, and he was like, Lisa, you know, he said, you know, you could get it. I was like, and I know your girlfriend, where's she at? He was like, damn it, I keep forgetting that you know her. Yeah, I don't play. No.
Yeah, Jess is probably listening. She puts up with a lot. Listen, Hot Rod got married last weekend.
I know. So, he looked so awesome. His wife looks so beautiful.
One of the groomsmen looked at me and said, man, God bless your girlfriend for putting up with you. And I said, what does that mean? He's like, she is some kind of woman and she deals with you all the time. He's like, I've only dealt with you this weekend. Like, this one of my friends from Weatherly. And I was just like, what does that mean? He's like, oh no, you're a cool dude. He's like, but you're a lot. And then he only tells me that all the time. Oh, God bless him. He keeps it real. He's like I'll call him up wilding out. He'll be like, hey man, like I need a break. Like I'm like, okay, hey, cool. At least you told me.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm over the top. I know I'm eccentric. It's because I love life. I love living. You know what I mean? Shout out to Flying Dog.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, one of the major reasons, right? One of the major reasons that I have EC here is because February 16th and 17th we have what is called the Frozen Harbor Festival, and this is
Frozen Harbor Music Festival.
Oh, okay.
Listen, it's very important that we explain the difference. So, Light City is a festival that's based on lights. Artscape is based on all art. You know what I mean? Afram is more geared towards African American heritage, you know what I mean? In terms of the culture, you know what I mean? Frozen Harbor is a music festival. Okay. It's specifically designed, to be about music. We don't want people thinking they're going to come to a standard festival like Moonrise that's going to have production that's going to blow your mind. You know what I mean? We have that in some rooms, but every venue is self-contained as it is what it is. We don't try to flash, to outflash, you know, the band.
Right.
We want the band to be the spotlight. Right. I mean, like we put headliners in each room, but most of our headliners are local headliners. Sam Grow is a local guy. Yeah. Kelly Bell's a local guy. You know, Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Drew Hill last year. Drew Hill are local guys. Right. But like we throw on the Dragons and the Saigons and the Keller Williamses
and the George
Clintons. Right. Listen, and we do that because we want people to come out to see George and be like, well, while I'm here, right? I like country music. That's up in PBR. I like hard rock. That's in Angels Rock Bar. I like reggae rock. That's on Tin Roof Friday. I like hip hop, you know. So I'm going to go to Soundstage on Friday, but then they got hip hop bands in Tin Roof on Saturday. You know what I mean? Like people don't even realize there's so many different levels, you know, that they can see. And think about the guy who's just got a guitar and he doesn't have any backing band. That's Lannenkugels. That's a singer-songwriter place. You know what I mean? Like, you can get a little bit of everything. Right. You know, Mosaic. We brought Mosaic back this year. We're very excited to have Chris Lake. Chris Lake is a dude that I've driven as a runner. Like, a lot of people know that I drove artists. Right. I drove Chris Lake as a runner. And somebody, you know, I used to manage Race Car Bed, and Race Car Bed were all like, man, we should get somebody like Chris Lake. So we put this show together, and Mosaic's back in. Steve's Promo's in it now. Like, wow. I went from working with Steve's Promo as a worker for them to now they're a co-promoter with me on my biggest event of the year. You know what I mean? Like, we brought everybody out. We have All Good Presents doing Keller Williams. We have 24/7 coming in. 24/7 is the people that do Artscape. I mean, like Paul Manna is a huge force behind the city's music scene, and now he's like telling me and Rob, like, hey, I really like what you guys are doing, and we're down to be on board. Like, this is the first year we reached out to the bigger guys and said, hey, please join us. I mean, we have so many other smaller promoters, and by smaller, I mean smaller like One Coast. Right. Humbly speaking, I know our event is big, but we're a small boutique kind of company. Compared to Transcendent Events is Kevin Hawk. Kevin Hawk and me came up together in the Bourbon Street days. Kevin Hawk was coming up as a band guy. I was coming up as a hip hop guy and as an EDM guy. And Kevin Hawk went to work for 24/7. He was Paul's guy for like a bunch of, I want to say maybe at least 3 or 4 years, maybe I may be wrong on those numbers, but Kevin, I definitely worked for Paul Manna, and now he has his own company called Transcendent Events. Transcendent Events was part of the first ever Frozen Harbor. You know what I mean? And when Kevin went back to the office, Paul said to him, "Hey man, why didn't we think of this?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know why? Because it's a mess. It's a mess nobody wants to deal with. Evan at Steve's promo told me 5 years ago, he said, "Why would anyone want to do this much work?" You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look at it as a return because, listen, while me and Rob may spend our own money, it's 160 local acts. I want you to think about the most unprofessional human being ever that is the most amazing talent, and you just can't tell them nothing. That's Frozen Harbor.
Right.
We are bringing out the best talent around, and these people don't understand things like Only is my production manager. Mm-hmm. He emails them from an email that says, Ryan Pratcher Bay at onecoast.com, and says, "Hey, I need your stage plot." These people actually contact Rob behind my back even, and like, "Hey, who's this Ryan guy asking for our stage plot?" I mean, no disrespect, but who the fuck are you, Jay-Z? Like, you want to have a secret stage like set up? Like,
I mean, it says One Coast.
We need to know to tell the sound man if you have a guitar, if you have a bass, if you have a keyboard, if you have a horn section. We need to advance the show.
Right.
We don't just show up and know you. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not like you have this big secret coming out. If you had a secret, you would say, "We'll send this to you, but you can't tell no one."
Right.
Keep it. But like, they don't trust Ryan. And listen, last year, Ryan did not want a One Coast email. And he kept sending it from his Gmail. And nobody answered it. It was miserable. It was a train wreck. So as soon as Frozen Harbor was done, Ryan said, "I would like a One Coast email for next year." We got him one. Same problem this year. Who's Ryan? Who's this Ryan guy? Like, and I'm like, is that what you're really worried about right now? Like, why Ryan wants your stage plot for Frozen Harbor?
Well, what you should be worried about is
why haven't we got you your fucking art yet? I mean, it's because we're two dudes in an office. That's why that's the answer to that question. But that's a reason to call me pissed off. Where's my art, man? I want to promote. Where's my tickets? I want to sell them.
Right.
You tell me I got to sell minimum tickets, Frank. I need these tickets in my hand. That's a reason to get upset. But for Ryan to hit you, and Only is like the nicest dude. So I see these emails because I access to everybody in the company's email, and I see these nice emails. Ryan has gotten advances from Jimmy's Chicken Shack and Chris Lake, and we didn't even tell him how to get a hold of their team. These are guys that have done major things.
Right.
And Ryan found them because they have a professional team.
Right.
He wasn't afraid to send over a stage plot.
Wow.
And I'm not dissing anyone. Anyone who
it's
they need to know. It's important.
They really
advancing is a huge part of this festival. The rap room, there's always that extra feature. Or that extra 5 features that you walk in with. And I'm like, cool, I'm glad you sold tickets. And I'm glad you want to share your spotlight. But I didn't book your homeboys. So I'll let them in, but if you would have told us in advance, we would have had your wristbands ready. They wouldn't have been standing outside.
Right.
You know what I mean? They would have also known they couldn't stay backstage all night because Soundstage is a very small venue.
Right.
And anyone who knows about the hip-hop shows I throw, they're 5 to 8 artists only. Rob used to do like 13 artists on one show at Ram's Head. So when I did my Hip Hopper to Headstrong, like maybe 3 years ago, and I had Billy Live headlining, I believe. This damn flying dog was giving me gas. I burped 3 times.
I know.
I've only done one whole beer. We gotta get this thing. My goodness. Anyway, Billy's. What was I talking about? Damn it.
Hip Hop for the Headstrong.
But it was something about advancing. Oh, Rob wanted me to do more than 8 acts.
Oh yeah.
I've never done more than 8 acts when we were the days everybody remembers in Bourbon
Street.
Exactly. And the thing that threw me off was, why do we got to change the format? The format's great. These are 8 artists getting 20-minute sets.
Right.
Remember the days of 5 seasons where you got 1 or 2 songs? It wasn't about 5-10 minutes. It was you had two clip songs and that was it.
And that was
if you even got to perform on a card of 20 people. I gave you a showcase. I gave you a spotlight.
Right.
You know, and that's what we're doing at Frozen Harbor. Like, we're doing the same thing, only it's a festival, so now I got 15 acts on it.
Right.
And somebody's got to go at 6 o'clock.
Right.
And they got to not be mad. Luckily, this year I found these great kids, these amazing kids. I cannot remember the organization. Shame on me. I'm going to look that up at some point. I'm going to put you some music on, and we're going to shout this out. This kid, Louis Fuego, is 16 years old, and me and Only went to go scout him. Because Evan from Steve's promo, he's on the board of this program that helps kids get into music. You know what I mean? It's not in school, but it's an out of school thing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And I walked into this thing at the Motor House, and it was like packed out to the point we were standing in the doorway watching. And this kid is just amazing. Like, it's like Only at 16,
wow.
but when Only was like 25. And I'm like, with the sound, and he's not rapping over his own beat. I mean, his own lyrics. And I'm like, what is going on? And then there's another kid, CMC Kitty. He's 18. He's one of the older ones in the program that Evan was telling me about too for a while. And this kid's amazing. So I put them on first and second because I want their fans to be able to at least see them together. Right. But I also want them to stay for later. Just like when I organize, there's a reason D Trinata and Takeo Bang are going to go back to back. I don't want to reveal that reason. Right. I shouldn't have to tell you. Right. It's a festival. Like, listen, Only is on his second ever Frozen Harbor. Second. I've had 5. Only's my client. Right. And he's only on his second Frozen Harbor. Is Only on the Dragon show? No, he's not. But he's on Frozen Harbor. Right. Let's start processing now what we're talking about. We're talking about the growth and expansion. When I came into this city, I wanted to be Mr. Hip Hop. I wanted to own everything. Right. I wanted to be the best. I didn't want it because I wanted to claim it. I wanted it because I love it. Right. And now Only and Xavier James are both in a venue that aren't the Dragon, aren't the Onyx, aren't the Drew Hill, aren't the Red Man. See, and what gets me is this: how many people that are like in your position of throwing these shows would have put their homeboys, or if they had clients, they would have put them on that show. Obligation, out of fear. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Billy Live is not on this Frozen Harbor because I inboxed him and asked him to sit this year out. Billy Live's on my pre-party right now. I know he's going to be performing tonight. Billy Live is getting guaranteed money to show up and rock. He would have been selling tickets at Frozen Harbor. Right. And people don't even understand that. But they're like, well, why can't we get guaranteed money? Because it's not there. If I had it, I would give it to you. If I thought that Billy Live, paying him the same money I paid Dragon, would pack out Soundstage. Right. And the thing is, look at Onyx last year. Yeah. Onyx wasn't packed out. No. As an individual show, I lost money. But as a festival, I did not. Right. This is killing me. I don't know what to do. This gas is just embarrassing. It's like disrupting my flow in my mind. Last year, and I'm going to put this out there because this is very important for people to understand about me. I just posted this yesterday. I love giving bonuses to people. Right. Scar Akbar last year, we had a very low guarantee for Scar. Right. I gave Scar a very low guarantee. I was like, Scar, I respect you. I was like, I just don't have it, and I don't want to exclude you. I want you on this year because back in '98, you opened up for Onyx on their tour. Right. I was like, you need to be a part of this. This is important for me. Symmetry, keeping it all together. You know what I mean? Cohesiveness. Right. And he said, cool, man, and we worked out a deal. Well, at the end of the night, Scar is standing outside, and I walked up, and I'm not going to disclose the money. I gave Scar double the money that I owed him. And I said, hey, I gave you more than what we talked about. And he looked at it, he's like, why? I said, well, because look, this show didn't look good, did it? He's like, no. I was like, my festival made money. Right. I was like, I believe in taking care of the people that take care of me. Right. You know what I mean? And people can't wrap their minds around that. You know what I'm saying? Right. There were people that I told them that you have to sell 30 ticket minimums, and they didn't sell 30 tickets, and I didn't pay them at all, but I gave Scar double the money. You know why? Because Scar deserved that. Scar is a pioneer in this town. Some of those other people deserve guarantees too, but they didn't negotiate it with me. And you know why? Because they could look around, could they show me where they were like, hey, I bring this many people out. Right. I remember back when we were opening up for Steez, when he was running Sonar at Rakim, and they put Scar on first and Snaps on second. And Scar about lost his mind. And the crowd was pissed. Because Scar, that was back when Scar was bringing out 200 people by accident. Just saying he was on a show. Right. I mean, this is a guy that we looked up to, and here we were going on after him. And it was because we were doing 50 tickets a show consistently that they were just like, well, they knew us a little better than Scar. So they put us... Ogun went after us. There was no complaint out of us that Ogun had never done a show with us before. Right. But why is he going after us? We understood the bigger picture. Right. But we also didn't complain and say Scar should be going on after us. We just, we quieted down and we just did what we did. And I'm sure that bothered Scar, and it should have. You know what I mean? Because that's the politics of the scene. Right. Everybody always says, there's no politics in it. Yes, there is. Frozen Harbor is one giant politic. I'm going to call out the BOPA right now. Let me tell you why the BOPA don't give us money every year. We tried to reach out to them. You know why they don't want us? Because we did it ourselves. Right. They want to be able to say, we gave you this grant money. We gave you this money to get your thing started. No one can say that about One Coast and Frozen Harbor. Right. This is completely self-funded. There's only, I would say, 4 entities that have a right to speak out saying that they gave money to Frozen Harbor that were not One Coast Entertainment. And that would be Power Plant Live, Tin Roof, Baltimore Soundstage, and Rams Head Live. And in the case of like Baltimore Soundstage, I mean, they gave us a better rent than they would normally give us to be a part of it. So they saved us money. You know what I mean? Rams had, years ago, used to be able to get Rob sponsorships before AG bought them out. God bless Gus, who moved on to, he's at Fillmore Silver Spring now. You know what I mean? Like, these people helped build this thing, this dream we had from High Rob's birthday bash. And yet every year people are surprised that me and Rob walk around with these chips on our shoulder in January. It's like, dude, we've been working on this since May.
Right.
Like since September, we've been taking artist submissions. We're trying to find people that want to build this. Under Armour actually gave us a true meeting. We actually met with, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he's Kevin Plank's cousin.
Wow.
And his job description was something along the lines of Vice President of Music Marketing. It's exactly what we needed. And he basically said, I love what you guys are doing, but I don't see where Under Armour benefits from throwing you a bunch of money. But keep going. And Rob turned around and gave him 38, like all day, two all day passes, or 2 day.
Right, so he can come, and see for himself.
No, just for taking our call seriously.
Okay.
The BOPAA isn't even responding to our emails. You see what I'm saying? Like everybody wants Baltimore to be great, and they're like, oh, this failed and this failed and this thing. We're doing it with our own money.
Right.
Imagine if you gave me $50,000 right now and told me I could do Frozen Harbor. Next year, you said, hey, 2019, here's $50,000 up front. Imagine what I could do with that when I start with zero every year.
Right.
That's the point of this. Like, yo, I remember when Steve used to tell me all the time, man, like, yo, you can't start a festival without losing. And somehow, some way, the madman scientist that Rob Bryan is found a formula for us to slow start this thing and grow it into what it is. And we are humbled. I don't brag like I got the biggest festival in Baltimore. I don't say those things. Other people say weird shit like that. I'm saying we are here because of the fans, because of the bands, because of the rappers and the DJs that believed in us when we were nobody.
Right.
We're here because Power Plant Live was shelling out money per room. This is the first year we told Power Plant, keep your money. We want 100% of the door. Because we want to see if we've really got it's like a litmus test year.
Right.
They don't want it to go away. We don't want it to go away, but we also don't want them to be our crutch.
Right.
They cover sound. That's because it's their venues. But the artists this year are 100% paid by One Coast Entertainment. Every act, 160 acts, will be paid by One Coast Entertainment for the first time in 5 years. We have a 10-year plan. We're ahead of schedule so much so that we hit the brakes on our 10-year plan. We're not like, hey, let's finish early at 7.
Right.
We're like, let's get it right at 10.
So what I wanted to do is slow you down a little bit because I know you.
I'm drinking. Listen, I'm sober. You can't put me in these interviews sober. I didn't smoke no weed. I don't smoke weed. But I do.
But okay, because you touched on it a little bit. The festival began because of Pirate Rob's birthday.
Pirate Rob's birthday bash. Every year his birthday is the same day as Michael Jordan and my sister. February 17th is the first year that Rob's birthday falls on a Saturday since we've had Frozen Harbor.
Right.
Last year it fell on Friday.
So, how did it all come about though? Like, I know he just didn't say one day, it's like, hey, for a birthday, we just want to throw a weekend bash.
Well, it didn't even start as a weekend. It started as one night in Rams Head Live.
Okay.
It became 2 nights. Originally, I think the first 2 nights that Rob did was on a Saturday and Sunday. I think it was the first year Billy Live was involved in Rob's birthday bash.
I've been to a couple. I don't know how many I've been to, but I've been to a couple, and like I said off air, what I wanted to talk about, one thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that I've watched it actually become bigger and bigger over the past few years that I've been a part of it. Coming and taking pictures at Soundstage. One year I was at Soundstage, and we went over to Lucky's.
I believe that's where Billy was that year, right?
No, that was Chenier was there.
Oh yeah, Lucky's Liquors when Chenier was there. Yeah. Chenier is that's another example of what I'm talking about with Frozen Harbor. If I can get on that point.
Yeah.
Chenier has given her life to this city to make sure other people are spotlighted. Chenier deserved her slots at Frozen Harbor. I did not give them to her because she was my friend.
Right.
I didn't. I mean, we can sit here all day and split hairs.
I'm gonna tell you,
her sound is amazing.
My favorite. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. When she does Whipping Post. That is my favorite song.
I don't know if that gives me goosebumps thinking. No, but there is something about that woman on the microphone that reminds me that she is the very essence of Frozen Harbor. That there are acts on here that really do not deserve And I mean, when I say do not deserve, I mean, if we're talking major festival.
Right.
How many local DJs play Moonrise Festival? Out of the, what, I guess I have 60 DJ, 80 DJs, maybe 10, right? This is a festival of all locals.
Right.
There are people that just cannot bring people out, but they are amazing. And
right.
they support every single time.
Right.
People deserve a chance. This is the people's festival. This isn't about me and Rob. You know, we can all play the, oh, well, you guys have something in it. Of course we fucking do.
Right. I mean,
no shit. But at the end of the day, this is about the people. And every year, if y'all knew what I stressed about, building this Drag On show, building the Onyx show, building the Drew Hill show, you'd be like, Frank, you do this all the time. No, I don't. Like, I looked at these lineups and I'm like, I literally said, I was like, these are the 2 best shows I've ever put together in my life. Because they, like I was telling Ogun, they're like my own orchestra. The show flows in a way I want you to hear it.
Right.
There's a reason I put these people side by side. There's a reason your set time is 6:30 and theirs is 10:50 and theirs is 12 o'clock. It has nothing to do with your talent or your draw.
Exactly. See,
not at Frozen Harbor. Not at Frozen Harbor.
And see, and that's how when I used to throw my showcases at 5 Seasons, my in the spotlight shows, like I knew that this artist had a big following. So I knew that if I put them on 3 acts before the end, that the next 2 acts are going to have people still there, because like some people will at least stay for another act. But if there's only like 2 more acts to the end of the show, they're more than likely to stay. And those people who possibly didn't have as many fans come with them or whatever, they'll, you know, there's always a method to my madness as well.
Listen,
you know,
if it was about ticket draw, I'm gonna air out some of my ideas in my head so people can understand. Last year, Drew Hill was a mania, like it was just insane. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I heard so many stories about it, because
you stuck it on it. God bless you for doing the fucking Lord's work. People need to understand, like, when she talks this shit about how she stays there and takes your photos, she really fucking stays there and takes your photos.
And beef with security guards.
Exactly. Like, literally, like, she fights to get your damn photos, and you fucking people, like, I'm not saying you gotta pay for every single photo, because God knows, over the years, Lisa's taken photos of me, and I have not paid her for it, but I have definitely never cropped her shit out intentionally. I've always shouted her out whenever I could, and now this whole new photo cred thing, I'm terrified to not shout out you or Rachel. Like the rate photo cred, like, if for some reason the profile cuts out your thing. You know what I mean?
But that's why my watermark is through the middle.
And I know. And at the same time, but it's a shame you have to do that.
Right.
Because someone like me that would do it would not do it intentionally.
Right.
Someone else might. And it's sad. Mm-hmm. But the point is like, okay, why Lie Band? Why Lie Band is a staple in this town.
Yes, and like, they're amazing.
Amazing. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
They got the show tonight, right? They got this big thing tonight.
Yeah,
like, I got the Frozen Harbor pre-party tonight, or I'd be at their thing.
Yeah, I seen them at when shameless when I was covering Summer Jam for 92Q. They were on stage.
Excuse the fuck out of me. Excuse the fuck out of me and Frozen Harbor for coming in here, old fancy ass. But while I have the time, this winter warmer from Flying Dog is delicious. No, seriously, listen, I want you guys to know, y'all know about the Champagne Yo thing, y'all know I drink liquor. Flying Dog was gracious enough to sponsor us this year, and we're very happy to have them on board. The Frozen Harbor pre-party tonight is actually the Flying Dog rode the Frozen Harbor pre-party at Power Plant Live in Angels Rock Bar, and I told Lisa, I said I was on my way to get some champagne, come to the interview, and I was like, I'm gonna be drinking Flying Dog all night. I can't go chasing, you know, champagne with beer. I'm going to be throwing up. You know what I mean? It's not a good mix.
Peasy's tuned in on Facebook.
That's great.
Shout out to Peasy. He said AMFing.
Hey, I hear that. Anyway, but listen. Here's the deal. So why lie? They were not put ahead of the Grill Lincolns.
Now,
for any other reason,
the Grill Lincolns are awesome too.
Right. And you know, everyone saw what they did direct support the Redman. Phenomenal.
Yes.
So my point is, why did I put the Grill Lincolns back there? Because it needs to change yearly.
Right.
And I had no idea why I would deliver like the Grill Lincolns did. But I knew that the flow of the show needed to be.
Right.
Ace Cannon was the only standalone rapper in the middle of all the bands. There was a standalone rapper in the beginning, but Ace Cannon was the only one. People may remember him from Redman. People may remember him from Freeway. This kid is phenomenal. I could put him on direct support to everything I do. This year, he's direct support to Drag On. But guess what he's actually got to do this year that no one's thinking about? He's over 30. It's important to know he's over 30. he's performing while George Clinton's going on.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going to happen to him?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We all got to take our turn.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I could justify why people are going to be like, well, why is Saigon on? And then Detronata, and then Taco Bang, and then Kojo, and then Ace Cannons. You know why? Because Saigon is not going to compete with George Clinton, because I am telling Saigon to come here and be an act that you can see.
Right.
So you see Saigon, you go to Ramses, see George Clinton, you come back and you see Dragon.
Right.
I'm sorry that hurts the local guy, but I put these big names on here so you can see them.
Right.
Now, why is Detronata and Taco Bang going on during George Clinton? Because their fans ain't going to see no fucking George Clinton.
Right.
They're young kids, and God bless them. I need them to be a part of this too. They have a say in this. But if everybody raised hell on Detronata's page and was like, we wanted to see Detronata and George Clinton, I would be moving some sets around.
Right. Because
we gotta make the bulk of the festival flow for the bulk of the fans.
Right.
I'm not gonna make everyone happy. But there's this idea that, like, I put you on at this set time and I don't like you. Or I'm telling you right now, if you could sell 100 tickets,
I know, I got that too.
If you could sell 100 tickets and I never heard of you, I'd still put you on first.
Right.
And then your 100 fans would have to be pissed off that they have to wait till see Dragon until 12.
It's just somebody, somebody has to go on first, somebody has to go on last, and it's just
Bourbon Street Days. My headliner went on at 11 o'clock. They were asked before and after, and what I used to tell new people is, would you like to go first or last? And when that new person picked, the next new person got told, you're going here. Yeah. Because that's the only other slot for you.
Right. Because, like I said, I know I've had to do that before with my show. So that's why when artists start going on about, like, time slots and going on about, why I got to sell tickets and this, that, and that. And I'm just like...
Times that by 160.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I
want you to really... sit down in your head. I want shameless plug, but I want you to seriously sit down in your head and I want you to think about.
You have a lot.
I want you to think about, why is my name here?
Why is my name here?
What time am I going on? Where's my flyer? Where's my tickets? For literally 3 months of complete, like, people are like, Frank, you're getting old. Yeah, no shit.
And you do it, and you do it, and you do it every year.
And you know what my favorite is? The Frank freakout that everybody talks about. The famous Frank freakout. Like, yo, like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Did you get paid? Did you get your full set length? The Frank freakout is necessary. Listen, we want you to listen, we had an event. It was thunder and lightning outside, and somebody said, hey, this would be a good time to have a famous Frank freakout. I said, with God? And everybody stepped back from me. And I'm like, listen, Frank's famous freakouts have been a lot of things. They have literally done a lot of things, but they have never stopped the party.
Right.
Ever.
Let me tell you.
Someone was like, you cussed me out backstage, but I never cussed you out.
Let me tell you, I went up to, this was the first time seeing EC at the event, and I went up to him to give him a hug, because that's what I do. I go and give people hugs or whatever. And he was like, I can't talk right now. I was like, okay. And then he walks away, he goes and does something, he comes back, he's like, look, I'm sorry, Lisa. I was like, no, it's cool, because I just wanted to let you know I'm here. Hey, how you doing? Hey, and that was it. But I didn't take no offense.
Listen, and this is another thing people don't know about me. Every year at Frozen Harbor, I go back to my roots as a street team guy. I'm outside Ja Rule handing out flyers of my own to my own show, when I got only Tim, Eddie, and I could have paid anyone to do it.
It was somebody else. It was another little...
I could have paid anyone.
Right.
But I'm out there doing it myself, because this event is my biggest event of the year, and I want people to remember that I came from something to get to this. The biggest person I'm trying to convince is myself.
Oh,
everyone knows.
Only joined in too.
Only shout out to Only. GHGH Chip. I go that far back. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, right. Like, I can go back. I go far back as E Sizzle. Like, yeah.
No. Oh my
Sizzle.
goodness. Yeah,
Sizzle.
The Sizzle shows.
The Sizzle.
Yeah. Listen, you know they started picking on my goddamn logo. My Amazon logo.
I seen that.
Shit?
Because it was the font. It was the way the font was.
I know, but it's an anagram, and it was inspired by, I believe, the movie was Angels and Demons with Tom Hanks.
Oh.
The follow to the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, because like...
And they kept branding all the priests when they killed them. And I was like, I saw the fire one, and I was like, damn. I was like, that's kind of slick. So I went to my graphic designer, and he made an MF and anagram. So you flip it upside down, it says MF. My goal, I know this is a little late in my age, I'm 36, is to make it into a brand, to brand myself.
Okay.
Instead of a tattoo, because it's on my bucket list to get a brand. Not because it's some weird white shit, but like, I've seen some dope-ass branded tattoos on multiple people from all different cultures.
Right.
I just think it was like, it's more of a like, yo, it's burning the fuck out of me more than it is about like trying to do some weird shit.
Right.
But, I mean, everyone knows I keep all my tattoos black, so a brand will go perfect with my situation.
We're going to go back even further. Well, not even further, but yeah, to the beginning for me. Peasy said Team Lights Out.
Is that all you got, guy? Is that all you fucking got from me?
He said MF.
You son of a bitch, listen to me, you rapping motherfucker. Rap better than having the people still rapping and you quit rapping and you down there chefing it up.
I know.
Yo, my man is killing life. Listen, real talk. Shout out to people who take care of their personal life first and say, fuck this music shit. I have neglected my family. I've neglected my friends. I have fired best friends. I'm a bad person. Inside.
Right.
I mean, like, people can tell me, no, you got a good heart and like, we know it's business. Like, I hate myself inside. Right. Because of the sacrifices I had to make to get here. So when somebody tells me shit like, oh, well, what's Frank Lewis really doing out here? I'm like, well, this is my full-time job, motherfucker. Like, so when you go in and fucking working at Pep Boys or Walmart, all honorable, reputable jobs because you take care of your family, do I come and call you the fuck out when you at the rap show? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I am stressed the fuck out because there were times where I had to choose between spending time with my son or coming to the fucking show to promote. Right. Spending time with my girl, and she's like, well, you can pay somebody to go promote. God bless her, but she knows why I'm going. Right. She knows that if I sit in the house, I won't be me anyway. Yeah, because you'll steady be out. You'll be thinking about what you could be doing. Or why I should be out there. Not even if what I could be doing, why I should be doing it. Right, right. So. But, I just lost my train of thought. That son of a bitch talking that shit. He said, shh. Talk shit on you until you put out a new album, motherfucker. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Motherfucker, ECO Records. Let me tell you. Okay, so you know he has an EP, right? That he did. He sent it to me. Listen, he's gonna get mad. We shouldn't talk about this EP right now. No, but I was gonna do. This was supposed to be about Frozen Harbor. I'm out of here. What's my But I was supposed to be doing a review on it. I know. And then he stopped it, right? So you know why he stopped it? Yeah, I do. Oh, okay. Well, why you bringing old shit up? Man, no. So a few weeks back, Exoskeleton was talking about the EP or whatever, because I was like, I said, well, I got music from Peasy, So I was like, well, I was gonna be petty, so I screenshotted because I have it on my phone. So I screenshotted it. I think we should release it, motherfucker. I do too. Like, why not? Like, at this point, like, why not just at least release it as a free EP? I wholeheartedly believe. I know, but I mean, it wasn't all the way done, and there was things. Listen, Snaps is, again, just like Frozen Harbor. Snaps is like my brother. Right. Okay. I'm the godfather of his firstborn child. You know what I'm saying? Right. We can never take those things away. Right. He said, "Ain't no EP." You lying like shit. Lie. Don't make me screenshot it. Listen, I have the EP on my laptop. I'll release that. I have it on my phone. You know what? We'll release it. We'll have a listening party in the summer when I come in here and get naked, and we'll drop song for song as I drop article of clothing. Right. But y'all don't know about that. Me and Lisa was talking some wild shit. Listen, that's just like Frozen Harbor. Me and Robert already talking about next year's headline. Right. So me and you talk about our next interview is literally the way this works. Right. Frozen Harbor this year is done, folks. Right. It's done. All you gotta do is show the fuck up now. Right. And if you're a band member, just show up and play well. Right. Play your lights out. Play your favorite song the best you can. Let's talk about people who have been on Frozen Harbor. Right. Paparazzi's birthday bash. There has been quite a few. Does everyone know who Rachel Platten is? This is my fight song. Every woman in America knew the damn song. I don't want to sing this shit. Please don't stare at me. It's the "This Is My Fight" song. That fucking whatever. It was on every fucking. It was like a Beyonce or a Rihanna record. I don't listen to the radio. Okay, listen. There's a photo out of Pirate Rob sitting next to Rachel Platten in Rams Head Live while the Grilled Lincolns are playing at Pirate Rob's birthday bash. Wow. Which became Frozen Harbor. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is not right. Like, everybody's like, I want to get on Frozen Harbor. This will be my big break. I'm not saying we broke Rachel Platten. I'm saying we have had people that were not at the caliber that we know Rachel Platten. We had them when they were here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's important to understand that. I still think Mark Hardy's first and only Frozen Harbor was in Ramshead Live, where I believe it was him, Fresh, and either Billy or it was the first person, and Cardi.
I think I was there.
And Cardi, Only, and Fresh had to deal with all bands around them and the rapping.
I think I was there.
Everyone loved every bit of it.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, Cardi and Only are two different rappers.
Yes, totally.
Two totally different.
Yep.
And that's not a diss because they've done a lot of collaborative work together that works great. But Only is one kind of rapper, Cardi's another.
Right.
In my professional opinion, Only fits that mixed crowd.
Right.
Cardi went in and won that mixed crowd.
Right.
Which means he's a true performer, a true artist, a true musician, a true talent.
Right.
Because talent shines through. I don't give a fuck what you do. If you are good, people know the difference. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's where that is.
I think, like I said, I was at that. Like I said, I'm sure I got pictures somewhere.
It's the one where Only's daughter rapped.
Okay, yep, I was
there. That one? I mean, what the fuck? Like, people don't understand. Like, yo, like, we are trying to bring shit together. Like, last year, Onyx brought Razzcast. We didn't pay for fucking Razzcast. They said we're going to be in town. They brought Razzcast. The year before, Redman brought it. Who the fuck did he bring?
He brought, DJ,
let me clear my throat shit.
Yeah.
Like, like Rob's sitting in the crowd and he's like, oh, I love this song. He turns around and he's up there. Who the fuck? God damn it. We are the worst hip hop people in the world right now.
I've got a cold, so my head is clouded. DJ, oh my God! Look,
Jesus, why don't we know? This is embarrassing.
Isn't it though?
This is fucking humiliating. I've told the story 200 times and I can't remember it on your radio show. This is why I brought Only a Snaps for moments when I have blanks like this. And it's because right now, like, is a terrible time of year for me to fucking be doing this.
DJ Cool.
DJ Cool, yeah, I'm sorry.
See,
DJ Cool, I apologize.
Right.
Shame on me if I ever see you. Dinner is on me at whatever fancy place more fancy than Ruth Chris is. That is shameful shit. But yo, Rob,
I know, because I was like, hold up. I said, this sounds like
but
DJ
it was in the middle of it was in the middle of Redman's set.
Right.
And fucking Rob turns around like, oh, I love this song. I was like, yo, that's DJ Cool up there. I was like, yeah, yo, that's how festivals are supposed to work.
Right.
They're supposed to bring out shit like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and Redman, that show was amazing.
Like, it's bananas. There's a photo. There's a photo of us all in the money room. You know, you gotta count the money at the end of the night. And Red's in there with us getting his money, counting his money. And Jess Hughes, that's no longer a soundstage. She's with Steve's promo now. She went independent. She's the production manager. And she took this photo. It's me, Dave Adams Jr., the GM, Rob, Tim, and Redman. And the only person that wasn't in it was Ryan. And I felt so fucking bad Ryan wasn't in this. But it's this amazing photo. And Pirate Rob took the motherfucker, blew it up on his fucking canvas. And for like 2 months teased me that he had this gift that was going to make me cry on my birthday. Well, the fucking gift came late. And I was out on tour with Frankie Goodrich. And I fucking come back. I open the box, and I see it. I was like, "You overhyped the shit out of this! Like, coming in the mail. Like, it's a great. It's hanging up upstairs in my studio / office at my house. Like, I love it. Like, I have so many memories. Like, I mean, the conversation I had with Sticky Fingers last year, the fact that Drew Hill and the love. I mean, there was a little thing that happened. Me and Nokio have a track with that was produced by Bagel of Race Car. It's fucking gas, yo. Everyone who knows me knows I'm talking very articulately. This is gas, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Flying Dog. I love this shit. Like,
I know.
I don't mean to diss it. No, I mean, I think it's just I'm not a beer drinker.
Right. I think that's what it is, too. It has to be because you're not used to drinking beer. But, like, what else do I do? Drink water and be like, hey, this is shout out to Kirkland. Like, hey, Flying Dog to know I care. Right. Like, listen, hey, that's serious. People can talk that shameless plug shit all they want. The last interview I did, I don't remember if I had my Baltimore Hip Hop Show. I might have had my tank on. I might have my white tank on. I don't remember. I thought I had a wife beater because I tried to come in extra cruddy. Right. But in this case, like, I need people to understand, like, Flying Dog believed in us enough to sponsor us. I will literally go outside and talk that shit. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a diss. It's nothing. It's just like people need to understand if you believe in somebody, it's not wrong. There's no such thing as a shameless plug. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I do it every Saturday on my show when I talk about different artists and whatnot. Right. You know, because like I'll get talking to an artist about something and I'll be like, well, just like so and so, or just like, you know, like I talk about Billy Live and Wisdom Court a lot because of the things that Billy Live has been doing. I talk about Body More Big Steve. I'm not saying that they made you, because obviously they did not. I mean, you come way before Billy, right? And I don't mean way before Billy was doing it. I mean, you come way before Billy and Wisdom Court. But they embraced you to a point that some people did not know that you were your own entity. Right. They thought you was Wisdom Court. Right.
And you are Wisdom Court.
Right.
As much as I'm Wisdom Court.
Right.
Like, me and Billy, listen, I actually just sent Billy a message today that said, in another life, we would be best friends and roll dogs every day.
Right.
And he was like, yo, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And it was like, people don't understand, like, what I mean by that. It almost sounds like a tongue-in-cheek thing, but it's like, he's got his own life, his own family, his own brands to take care of.
Right.
I got my own life, my own brand. If we didn't have this shit and we met at 16, there may be no Wisdom Quarter One Coast. There may be this other fucking thing.
Right.
With two of us together.
Right.
And what would you do then? You know what I mean? So, like, I get it when you say that. Like, Lisa, you are your own entity as Baltimore Paparazzi. And it's so funny. That's why every time I get cleaned up and I take a photo, I always write that goddamn thing. I said, the photo shoot fresh. I'm about to call it, looking like wealth, I'm about to call the paparazzi on myself. I always tag you in there because it's like, yo, if anybody was going to catch me in a candid moment, and I tell you, it's never a diss, but you catch the worst shots of me. Like, you catch the most, that flu show, that's my flu game. That's my Jordan flu game. The Bacardi sold out show at the Talking Head, and you was taking photos, and I mean, I looked like a fucking heroin addict. And I was like, well, God bless her for being there doing her thing. And you weren't even zooming in on me. It was just the sagging eyes, the 100-degree fever, the sweatsuit, the I don't give a fuck, you know?
Right. I've caught some good shots of you too. You dressed up in a suit when you was getting your
award. Your Ghostface shots were amazing. The ones with me and with the guy.
Oh yeah.
The guy who died. I'm talking. Fucking not now, not now, not now, not ever. We did that. We did that once. You know what happens?
Yeah.
Listen, have you ever heard of what happens like when a fairy's dying and you have to clap? Remember Peter Pan?
Yeah.
Clap to keep fairy. Nah, fuck that. No more clapping. So, but the point is, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Like, you just right time, right place, bang. And the thing is, like, and that's why, like, Rachel Spence means a lot to me, because, like, she has done the same exact thing for me. And I guarantee if we got into a session, a photo shoot session like me and Rachel had in a studio, where we had time to take hundreds of shots at once, you would get the shot I'm looking for.
Right.
You know, I almost did the money shot.
But see,
the pearl necklace. So y'all have no idea how this shit could have went today.
But like Billy even said it, like, because you know Latrice Williams is now Sweet Face Pics.
Right.
She you know started taking pictures herself. But you know, like, and Billy was like, you know, he said it's so funny that you and Latrice could be standing side by side and take the same exact picture, but they look two totally different pictures.
How it is, though.
And I said, because what she sees and what I see is two totally different things.
Photography is art.
Right. And that's why, like, Rachel's pictures, I've like pictures that she has taken at I think it was like Ram's Head. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I'm not the one that takes the shots all crooked and, you know, and all like that. I leave that to everybody else.
Yeah, Rachel uses the fisheye lens a lot.
Right.
You preferred it. You are a very raw. I'm right here with my camera. And the thing is there's people that criticize you for that, not realizing that's just your photography style. People like Rachel appreciate it because she gets you. Right. There are other people that are like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm looking at it from a promoter, manager guy, and I'm looking at him like, her shot's perfect. It's got the DJ, it's got me, it's got this. It's cropped. It's not extra wide with a whole lot of up and down space. You don't see no guardrails and bullshit. Every now and then one of them might slide through, but that's because you're editing fucking 2,000 photos. But the point is, it's like you have your own style. Yours is a very direct approach.
My one of my last what was it last what was it? This thing's getting hot as shit. It's my charger. The top popped off. I'm hoping my phone don't
play
die.
That Billy Joel, we didn't start the fire shit. Fucking.
But last December, not this past December, the December before, Pit Fights has Death List every year.
Of course.
And I
shout out to Pit Fights.
So.
Oh, yo, they're all in Richmond right now.
I know.
Have you seen the love he's been getting?
Yes.
Shaka deserves that fucking love. That's the same way I feel about Frozen Harbor. I don't deserve the love, but please acknowledge this shit like it's 5 years old. Please stop like, oh, Frank got a fucking hip hop show. No, I have a festival with country music on it and metal.
And
I don't know
everything.
No. Those two. The reason I say those two, I don't know a fucking thing about either. Rob and I have each wrote a country song in our life. Seriously, wrote a country song as songwriters, but we've never done it. I mean, I'm a fucking rapper. Can you imagine if you heard there was a song out by I don't know who the fuck, Jason Aldean or some shit. I'm just making names up. I think that's somebody Tim said before.
That is Jason. Yeah, Jason.
Okay, cool. Look, imagine if you heard the song and then you look at the credits and you found out Frank Lewis wrote the motherfucker.
Right. I'd be like,
songwriters are songwriters.
I'd be like, this can't be the same Frank Lewis.
Songwriters are songwriters, though. That's important.
Not this past Deathmas, but the Deathmas before. I got up in my memories in December that I took like 1,400 and some odd pictures at that one event. I take so many pictures at events so I don't miss a shot.
I have shaky hands.
It's so
hard. You know how many times I have like 600 duplicates of the same photo? Because my hands, God forbid, I got this curse from my fucking biological father. My hands just shake. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, you're always high strung. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I cut caffeine out of my life. I don't do like fucking meth every day. You know what I mean? Like, that came out completely. I don't do meth ever. Me and Oli were actually talking about this. Drugs. No, listen, me and Oli were just talking about crack.
Oh my God.
And I told him I left my crack pipe at his house. And I said, because what other kind of crack would you smoke?
Oh my God.
Or no, I said, what other kind of cocaine would you smoke? Is what I said. I only said weed. And I was like, just, he's being silly. But the joke was, I was like, don't worry, I left it where your kids could find it. My crack pipe where your kids could find it. Because I don't want to lose the motherfucker. And at least when the kids go, hey, what's this? I'm like, oh, that's
mine.
And it was just a silly conversation. So when I said that, like, I've never done that. I've never smoked crack. Fuck everybody on that bullshit. But I have just this natural shake about me. I used to drink energy drinks every morning. If I drank too many energy drinks, I get the jitters. Same with coffee. I need coffee to wake up. Tea. Fucking Earl Grey tea. Like that fancy shit, that breakfast tea. Irish breakfast tea has more caffeine in it than a fucking cup of coffee.
Right.
It gives me the jitters. I get shaky. You know? And alcohol doesn't slow it down. I drink and I still have this weird, like, my fingers. I notice it in my fingers. I don't notice it in my hand. My dad's whole fucking hand will shake. But my fingers, I notice I'm like, like, Jesus, everyone's like, calm down, Frank. I'm like, you know what? Fucking stop breathing oxygen, whoever you are. Like, don't drink water, asshole. Like,
that has not a damn thing to do with it. So,
we did get sidetracked. We always do.
That's why this is not an interview.
I know, but I wanted it to be about Frozen Harbor.
It is about Frozen Harbor. It is about Frozen Harbor.
No, it's not. It's not anymore. This interview is over. Someone call my agent. Get the Breakfast Club ready for me. This is bullshit.
Go ahead.
They'll crew the fuck out of me on there. Don't make me fucking rap and shit. You at least don't make me rap. Those bastards don't make me rap.
Go deal with Charlamagne and shit. He talk bad about everybody. But
hey, listen, I was built for that kind of.
I would just look at him. You're like,
So look, ask me some questions about Frozen Harbor that you want to know, that I can maybe clear up for anybody who's listening.
Okay.
I mean, I have a ton of information on this one sheet, but maybe I can actually
the one thing that I think everybody needs to know, but they're not going to listen because you're going to have the same fucking question every year. Submissions and how to get on Frozen Harbor.
Listen, check this out. It's the same fucking process that it has been since the day it started. We have a deal with Reverb Nation where if you have a premium Reverb Nation account, I believe it's a paid account. That's why I'm saying premium. I'm not 100% sure because I've never actually done it. Reverb Nation will let you apply to Frozen Harbor for free.
Wow.
If you have that account. If you do not have a Reverb Nation account,
I have a Reverb Nation account.
Well, but if you don't have it, or the premium one rather, if you don't pay for Reverb and they go, oh, well, you got to do this to do it, you can just pay, I believe. I'm saying this number because again, this is how compartmentalized One Coast is now.
Right.
I think it's $10. $10 one time, you apply.
Right.
Just because you apply does not mean I book you.
Right.
But it means that I'm looking at you now.
Right.
But I've also been thinking about you for a whole year, if I really wanted to book you.
Right.
There are people that think that because they apply, they're automatically in. I've had someone tell me that it was a scam. If you pay me $10.
A $10 scam?
Hold on. If you pay me $10 and I don't book you for Frozen Harbor, I still looked at you. I don't mean to sound like an arrogant asshole right now, but I'm going to say it. I'm Frank Lewis. It's worth $10 for me to fucking know who the hell you are if I've never heard of you. I've provided opportunities for more people in this city than I've ever had clients.
Right.
So if you don't get on Frozen Harbor, but I know your fucking name, when I throw a random Ghostface show or some random shit in the middle of the year, I'm going to start thinking about, well, you know what? Who can go first?
Or maybe another Headstrong for hip hop.
Right, but I'm saying, don't you? No. I see what you're doing here. Listen, but the point is, I'm not fucking people over.
Right.
I'm paying someone, and I'm going to be honest with you. You pay your $10 submission. I am not listening to your shit unless someone else underneath of me says, "Yo, what's up? Rob has contacted me." Rob,
right?
He is the majority owner of One Coast Entertainment. If something happens at Frozen Harbor, we need a tiebreaker. Guess what? We equally own Frozen Harbor. So if I quit One Coast, we still both own it. Guess who's tiebreaker? He might as well own 51% of that motherfucker too.
Right.
It's not a diss. It's that Rob will call me like, "Yo, what about this artist?" Or, "Yo, I met this kid. I saw this kid live.
Right.
I'm interested." Omi might call me. Tim might call me. Anybody listening to the One Coast Reverb Nation submissions, or should I say Frozen Harbor submissions? If I even hear you, it means I'm paying attention.
See, and you have different people that listen.
I have kids that have fucking submitted after I booked them. They were so goddamn concerned that they might have missed that step that they fucking did it.
Right.
There were kids that was like, "You're definitely on Frozen Harbor this year," and they fucking still fucking applied. There are people that I'm like, "I'm not going to put you on this year," and they still apply. Like, people need to understand.
Right.
I'm not fucking ripping you off. I'm taking this money you're sending in. So when I see me and Rob pay this, now I should probably go back. The people pay this. They pay it in their ticket fees. There's no extra fucking Live Nation fee on our shit. The reason that Drag On's ticket is $25 even is because I took all their fees and I put it in the same ticket. So that $25 really comes down to about $20 by the time me and Rob even see the motherfucker.
Right.
That's important to know.
Right.
I could be an asshole and be like, "My ticket's $20. You go to buy the bitch and you have fucking $7 more in fees,"
right,
and be mad at me. And I didn't do that.
Right.
It's so important. September 1st, okay? Please, if you're listening and you're a rapper, if you're listening and you're not a rapper, if you're listening and you just want a musician on and you want to tell the word, September 1st every year opens artist submissions. On approximately December 15th, just before Christmas, we stop submissions. You know why? Because I don't want, let me think of it now. I don't want SU to click to apply on January 5th because they really like the headliner I just announced. Because I'm not going to put them on.
Yeah, because they were just,
they
were just on Davies' show.
I know, that wasn't a diss. I used them for a reason.
Yeah, because...
SU Click sat out for the past 2 years for me.
Yeah, because I think...
Wait, no. Lisa, I asked Billy to sit out 1 year.
Yeah.
SU Click sat out 2 years. And that's why they were on Ghostface. Because I was like, let me reward you for this.
And I think that was a good fit, too.
SU the Click should be on every fucking show I do. I can't.
I think you're the reason why I know who they are, too.
I can't put them on every day. I can't put Billy Live. Billy Live gets fucking ticket vultured, I guess, by other promoters because they know he can bring them out.
Right.
I don't want Billy to ever feel that by me. And when I say, "Hey, did you sit this year out?" Billy might be like, "Fuck, I really wanted this show, but I need him to sit out."
That's okay, because guess what? J Money Hackett is on the show.
But J Money, listen.
And he gave an excellent
I told Billy he had a choice. I said, "I want you to sit out. I'm going to guarantee you money to play the pre-party. And you can either pick your son or J Money. Because my son's not ready. It's J Money's turn." I said, "Next year, get your fucking son ready."
Sky will be ready by next year.
It's not that I don't want J Money. I could have Sky and J Money.
Right.
But I need J Money to do his year without Billy.
Right.
Billy can get on the set and do a song.
That's what happened at Ja Rule. He did. J Money had a fantastic.
What do you think's happening tonight at the pre-party? J Money is fucking coming to the pre-party tonight.
Right.
These kids love to fucking rap. And by kids, I mean, that's an insult because Billy and me are the same fucking age. But these kids love to fucking rap.
Right.
Who am I to deny them that? But I need Frozen Harbor to have an integrity.
Right.
I didn't put my mans on.
I want to ask you something because we touched on it before. But the reason why I want to touch on it now is because I was at the Ja Rule show. And
me and Only were too. There was no Ashanti, so we sat in the car out front. I would like to take this time to publicly say fuck Ja Rule for what he did at Fire Festival.
Oh yeah.
No, I need this to be heard.
Yeah.
If you can't trust Ja Rule, a name you know, with your money,
right?
Why the fuck would you trust Pirate Rob or Frank Lewis, who you don't fucking know?
Right.
We do campouts. We do full weekend festivals.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you go? No, wait. Fuck that. Baltimore City, Frozen Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
We have people that come from Buffalo every fucking year. Can you imagine if we got them here and they were stranded in this shit?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, we're not even talking about the murder rate. I'm not going to go there. You can't even go to a decent fucking hospital without getting put out of the motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, yo. Like, let's talk that shit.
Right.
People have to trust in the brands. Fuck Ja Rule. And the fact that he tried to take advantage of Twitter yesterday, dissing 50 Cent. The same 2003. Fuck you, you lost 50. You owned your whole publishing, I believe. I believe he bought Murder Inc.'s publishing for like $50,000 while Ja was in jail. Fuck Ja Rule. So anyway, that's why I wouldn't go inside. If Shanti was out, I went inside. Because even though she can't she can't sing, she's bad as shit.
I thought Little Mo was going to pop up. Because I thought she was going to pop up.
Look at you. Look at you with the jewel drop.
I thought she was going to pop
up. How many
up.
people listening to Lisa's show? If you're listening right now, please just drop us something. And let us know you know who the fuck Little Mo is. I know who Little Mo is because I'm in. But I'm just saying, make sure you know who Little Mo is. Go on.
But the reason why I'm saying this is because there was a J Money went on, and then there was an artist right after him, and I don't know who he is.
Was that Donnie Breeze maybe?
No, it wasn't him.
He went on first.
Awesome. No, he's not.
People been telling me about him. Never got to catch him, and I got there too late.
My
so that's
God.
why I would have came in and watched the fucking locals.
I'm gonna tell you. Well,
are you about to shit on this dude?
Not really shit on him. Is this
the one you was being
about? I have an issue. One thing I can say good about him is he didn't have his vocals behind him, which I have an issue with that. But he didn't know the words to a song, and you're on stage. I'm not sure how he got that on got on there. And like I said, I had this discussion on and I understand forgetting the words or whatever, forgetting like a line or two, but like it was like almost the whole verse.
Well, let's talk about this. All right, let's talk. I'm not gonna fucking snaps that son of a bitch. I hope he's still cooking. Listen, I hope you burn your hope you burn your dominant hand. He said I was out and out the secrets. Let's talk about just me. I go on the Hall of Fame. I haven't rapped lights out like 5 fucking years. Since Bourbon Street, maybe, right? I'm rapping after going in the Hall of Fame for fucking Baltimore hip hop. I'm now considered a Baltimore hip hop legend. But I didn't go in for being a rapper. I went in for being a businessman. Right. It's very fucking tough in this business. Yeah. Because people don't think I'm a janky piece of shit and want to stab me to death and fight me. But in this city...
Or punch me in my mouth.
Right, right. Right. Well, my point is, I looked down while I was rapping because I got back to feeling myself for a second. And I saw your fucking camera. And I lost my goddamn self and I fucked my verse up. My hook. Hold on. So Rob has never seen me rap. And he's like, you gotta do this at the Christmas party. I almost threw snaps off the fucking stage. Because he was rapping too fucking weak in my mind. Right. The next time. Right. So I felt that fuck up. And everyone who knows me knows I fucked up lights out twice ever. The Crown when I go in the Hall of Fame. And Redman when only open for Redman at Sonar in 2007. Okay, well, my thing is this. I'm saying, but I want it to be known. I fucked up rapping without my vocals behind it. And guess what? That silence, it deafens us in our hearts forever. So that dude, whatever you're saying, and that's why I want to take it easy on him. At least he didn't have his vocals playing. Right, that's what I said. At least he didn't have his vocals. But my thing is this. You hadn't rapped lights out. So what? It wasn't, you know what I mean? Oh, no. That thing. What did I do? I just got this right, and I moved the table. It's that thing is broke. I mean, you can always use the pink mic. But no, my thing is, I know, I won't use it. Not because it's pink, it's because I am not moving my seat. You told me I have 2 cameras on me, and I'm feeling good. Look, we got to talk about these buttons in a minute, because that thing has been fucking with me the entire interview. What, that bell? That bell. Come on, headed for Snaps. Snaps needed that. That was for Snaps. But my thing is, this, like, he raps. It's just like, I understand maybe mixed up, some of the words or whatever. But if you're, like you said, you hadn't rapped it in 5 years, I wouldn't expect you to forget something. No fucking way. No, I'm just saying. Listen. I want you to really think about what you're saying right now. See, we're getting off this fucking air. All right, look, it's not about Frozen Harbor no more. It ties in. Actually, my question ties into Frozen Harbor. No. Well, you can come back to that, but this is important. Would you accept that same exact shit from a fucking plumber in your house? No, I ain't. No. What the fuck are you talking about then? I mean, no disrespect. Okay, listen. No, I'm not trying to get hype. I'm saying I shouldn't have got on that fucking mic if I was going to treat it like an amateur. Right. Unfortunately, the city is filled with fucking amateurs. I shouldn't have set that bad example to tell some kid, don't rap over in your vocals. Well, I don't want to be like Frank and fuck my shit up. I don't want to be like unprofessional Frank rapping because he can. Because he's got a microphone, because he's got a name in front of him. If you wouldn't accept a doctor doing your surgery wrong, I shouldn't have fucked that up. I should have been more professional. Don't think we didn't practice that before the crown. But we didn't practice a motherfucking thing before the Christmas party. Not a single time. Because I was so mad that I was like, there's no way I'm missing.
Because you made sure.
The point was, why didn't I do it? And we practiced before the crown. It was humiliating. And I know that no one else noticed it. And I'm pointing it out because I want you to understand. I know what that young man's going through. But at the same time, like, if you're driving a truck for the city and you run into somebody's car and they give you a second chance, okay? Like, this kid has a second chance now, okay? That's where I'm at. That's I don't, if he fucks up again, maybe you should stop rapping, stop disrespecting. Look, Scar would rap on every show in Baltimore for every opener this year. But I guarantee you Scar won't do that shit. Because he literally, like, stews in this shit.
Right.
So what message did I send get on that stage with Scar? That I'm some fucking white dude running hip-hop and I can fuck up and it's cool to take everyone's time? That's not okay. So I need to be the professional that I demand of everyone, black, white, or indifferent, as a leader of this community, as a business leader. Like, fuck all this boss shit. I remember we used to always talk bosses. Yo, I am a boss of my own fucking company. You know what I mean? Shaka Pitts is a boss of his own company. You know what I mean? Ogun is running multiple things at the same time. People have no idea he's a boss. You know what I mean? Like, we have to lead by example. And if I can fuck up at the crown of my own Hall of Fame induction, then that young man can fuck up at John Wall. That's my feeling. And that's why I'm not out my other people when I know they fucked up. I gotta say, Snaps is a flawless piece of shit. And I don't know if it's because he's just so good at it, right? Or if he's just like, I mean, we used to fuck with him all the time in the studio like he was Jay-Z. He'd have his book in front of him, unlike Hove where he keeps it in his mind. But Snaps was one take every time. If I stopped the take, it's because I wanted him to try something different. Snaps did not fuck up in the studio. Snaps is the most financially sound studio recording artist I've ever worked with, ever. So I have to defend this guy. That's why I defended him the other day. That's why I outed other shit. But like, I'm not gonna let that go. Like, I have to make sure if I'm allowed to fuck up on that stage, that young man was allowed to fuck up. Well, and maybe he fucked up because he was standing in front of fucking 1,000 Ja Rule fans. Maybe that's a lot. That's a lot, Lisa.
Maybe, but at the same time, I think a lot of these, I have an issue with a lot of these newer artists that are coming out here, and I've seen them. They jump around, like they're performing and they're getting hype, and they're not even rapping into the microphones.
Because you're not understanding. Listen, hip hop has evolved, and that's the thing that I'm catching criticism for. Everybody's talking shit on Drag On, as like, well, why Drag On? Oh, you motherfuckers was going to go to the Rough Riders reunion at the arena?
Exactly.
Like,
at
this
the
dude
arena.
was on DMX's first album. I heard his first on
right.
It's track 15. I can never remember the fucking name, but when Drag On comes in, I'm telling you, when I see Drag On, I paid good money for Drag On to come here. I'm gonna rap that verse in his fucking face, word for word. Right. And he goes, just have to live with it. Because that's what made me fall in love with him as a fucking fan. Saigon. Right. Yo, these dudes got real bars with them. Everybody's like, oh, there's no fucking bars in hip hop. My entire show has 0 mumble rappers on it. Right. And there's a lot of young kids on it. Right. Louis Fuego's 16. He's not mumble rapping. Right. Taco Bang could have went to mumble rap easily after that fucking Bankrolls fucking remix. Right. I said, let me do what sells. But I gotta tell you, North hard as shit. And ain't no mumbling in that. Right. Tronada's not mumbling. Right. So when you say these new people, there's a lot of new people that really respect the craft and they're busting their ass for it. And I need them to understand that I'm watching and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that town hall for them to call me there so they can voice their concerns and I can find the next Frank Lewis in that room and be like, let me take him under my wing. Let me make sure that this next generation has a Frank Lewis that knows how to go to a venue and talk accordingly. Right. Fucking gas is insane. Right. Flying dog. Give you gas. with all that being said, my point of actually going through that is the artists
the sing. Well, I know the bands aren't going to have vocals on theirs because it's the band.
Let's pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up while you talk.
Yeah. So the okay, let's just go with like on Friday night, which is at a soundstage, which has the hip hop.
Yeah, well, listen. Just to be clear, the hip hop show that Only in Oz are on, or Xavier James, excuse me.
Xavier. I know.
No, that's my brother. No, I'm saying that it's like you know me and he's NBC. Yeah, we go way back.
Right,
they're on a fully like hip hop and funk band show.
That's gonna be awesome.
Written Prisms has Slop from Girl Lingus on it, and I don't know if y'all know this, but Slop can rap his fucking ass off. Like he's a real rapper.
Yeah. So the artists that are on Friday night, or the hip hop artists that have the music playing, the DJ or whatever playing their music, the requirements for them are
no flavor.
Huh?
Rob Mad Flavor.
Is that
motherfucking right?
Okay.
Rob Mad Flavor did Ghostface with me, man. Never since that. That's my man, yo. Look, he promoted Frozen Harbor last year, and DJ Remedy played the room. The only reason DJ Remedy's not on is because I can't get a hold of him. Remedy's doing some big things right now. Couldn't get on. 5 stars. Listen, 5 stars playing George Clinton.
Is he?
Motherfucker. Listen, Rob tried to tell me. He's like, I don't know if 5 star really fits the George Clinton crowd. What did he say? What did he say? 5 star said, man, I opened for motherfucking Moore's Day at a time. I said, God damn. I said, excuse the fuck out of me for telling you that story. Look, here's my lineup. I got Louis Fuego. I got CMC Kitty. I got Nick Frampton. A lot of people don't know Nick Frampton. A lot of people think Nick Frampton.
That name sounds familiar.
Listen, he was on Frozen Harbor last year. He fucking went first because someone canceled and I had nowhere else to go to that open slot. Nick Frampton. He has there's no vowels in his name. It's NCKFRMPTN.
He was a skinny dude with ripped jeans. I think.
Maybe, yeah. White dude, real bleach blonde hair like Eminem. Like old shady, but like lighter. Right?
I think so. I took pictures of it.
GMG.
Yeah.
I got Gods, which is Regulus from Pro and Reg and Pinpoint.
He's been promoting a lot of music.
I got Monalicious, who was on Drew Hill last year. I got K-Mac Knoxville, who has done shit with Dragon before. I got J Money Hackett bringing out his Ill Luck Band version.
Yeah.
I got Ajima, Don Trunk's girl. A lot of people know Ajima personally. I'm saying that I know Ajima through Don.
I know. She's been around for a year. She's been around for a long time.
She has. I've just never known Ajima till I met Don, and now I know Ajima's music through Don. And
I was surprised when I seen her name.
I put Ajima on over Don because I didn't want people thinking that I was putting my man on.
Right.
Like, Don's got music too.
Yes.
But Ajima's music is fantastic. And I'm like, I'd rather put Ajima on this year, and then next year maybe me and Don figure out, maybe Don goes and does a DJ set in fucking Mosaic.
Right.
Again, this is Frozen Harbor. Anything is possible.
Right.
We don't got to just be in the hip-hop lane.
Right.
Then the Lie Band. Then Comp is flying home.
Oh, yeah. He's actually here now.
His father passed.
Yeah.
I mean, and Comp is a very good friend of mine. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I managed Comp very briefly. I did nothing for him, openly speaking. No, I just...
It's just the way you said it.
No, it's important to know. I failed before. You know what I mean? Like, Comp stayed my friend.
Right.
Comp stayed my friend because he believed in something. Like, people like DJ 5 Star and Comp and Drew Hill see something in Frank Lewis that even Frank Lewis don't see in himself.
Yeah. Comp is the only person that gets on stage and calls me by my government name.
Comp gets on that fucking stage and literally, listen, I booked him because I was like, who do you book as a legend? Fucking Ogun. That son of a bitch. I've been trying to lure him out of retirement.
I know.
Listen, I threw money in his face. Not really literally, but I was like, how much money is it going to take? He's like, oh. I was like, I'm not laughing. I was like, I need $1 amount. And he's like sitting there and I hear him thinking, I'm like, no, go ahead, say it. Say that number. I'm going to get that motherfucker off.
Look, at his retirement party, I said, is this for real?
And you know what? God bless him for not pulling the fake out.
Right.
But I want that motherfucker out.
I want him to just, yes.
Anyway, look. Then I got Saigon.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that time, George Clinton's going to go on a Graham set.
Right.
So it was around 11 o'clock hour. Then I got D. Tronado. I got Tay Bang. I got Kojo, Mr. fucking Annapolis.
Uh-huh.
I got Ace Cannons, who's been just fucking slaying ass. I mean, he killed everything that he's done that I put him on since I've been managing him. And then we got Drag On. And I'm sorry, but like, tell me a better hip-hop lineup. Last year, I thought I put the best hip-hop lineup possible together. And I'm not dissing any of the locals on that, but if we took Onyx off of that, it's a shame that venue didn't sell out with the fucking 14 other fucking people on there. Because listen, I'll tell you right now, Easy Jackson,
yes,
Icon, Ashley Sierra, Dan Chase, Billy Live, Xavier James, Scar Akbar. I mean,
MC
Nick
Bravado.
Frampton, MC Bravado. Just the people we named should sell that menu. Why is the city so scared to fucking embrace hip hop? And if everybody's so scared because my ticket price is a little higher, I threw Onyx on it because all y'all could play that. Slam was the only song they had. Well, that's
Wrong.
cool. Except for Throw Your Guns in the Air, which came on the other day when I was going to make a deposit at the fucking bank.
Right.
I'm like driving. I'm like Rob. I was like everybody's. You know, there's been mixed reviews about Drag On. Like, oh, drag's all you could get. Yo, I went after. Let's see who I went after. I went after My Son.
Yeah.
I went after Talib Kweli. I went after Jizza. I went after Cameron. And I had all these people lined up. Some people were scheduling, some people were money. I reached out and heard back from Atmosphere and Brother Ali. I heard back from Black Star, which would be Talib and Mos Def, which you don't go by Mos Def no more.
Right.
Wait, is it Yazine? Yazine Bey?
Yeah.
I never know it because to me he's always Mos Def, and it's so disrespectful that I can't remember that, but I hope I pronounced that right. But the point is like, if you got an idea for Frozen Harbor, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I'm gonna drop a fucking bomb on y'all. I have an email I can put to this screen right now and show you where I could have got Cardi B. 35K at Ramshead Live.
Mm-hmm.
And I passed. She is worth easily closer to 100K for a festival.
Right.
Festival price.
Right.
CAA hit me up and asked me who I wanted, and they gave me a list. I could have had Cardi B for 35K. Let me tell you something right now. I passed on it because she didn't fit the festival.
Right.
What the fuck would Cardi B look like in the middle of Jimmy's Chicken Shack, Keller Williams, and George Clinton? I didn't have enough money to take care of the rest that needed to be around Cardi B.
Right.
I didn't want to insult Cardi B.
Right.
I didn't want to insult my fucking fans that are like, yo, at the time, Bodak Yellow was the only thing out when I had this opportunity.
Right.
And I'm putting that number out there, and yo, people were going to shame me, like, why'd you say? Yo, because it was a real thing. I fucking passed on it for the betterment of what I believe in.
Right. Right, because that was the only thing that she
Cypress
really
Hill was on the table.
Oh my goodness.
It was either, listen, it got down to Cypress Hill or Jimmy's Chicken Shack, and we picked Jimmy's Chicken Shack. So don't tell me that I'm not Baltimore. Don't tell me that I'm not fucking hip hop. Don't tell me that I'm not this. You people have no fucking idea what it takes to put this kind of thing together. And the ones of you who are fortunate enough to work with me, God fucking bless you. The ones that criticize me are the ones that have never fucking stepped foot in an arena with me and see me lose money and see me make money and see me fucking die to make sure that you weren't kicked out of backstage because you were a local or because you got to get out because 3 shots to get the fuck out of the fucking pit.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, no, and listen, and I understand their rule for that. I get it. And even Rachel Spence said she was going to put that rule out there. But in Soundstage, yo, like, it's your house. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to let you kind of live as long as they let you live.
Well, I found a way around that, so.
Well, but the point is simple. Is like, stop acting like this Frozen Harbor shit is just another event I throw. What if I quit tomorrow? Who of you are going to step up and throw Frozen Harbor?
No, nobody.
Who's going to find the country musician? Who's going to find the metal musician? They're not. Rob's not going to just hire the next guy that goes, in theory, Ogun could do what I do for hip-hop for Rob. But he's not going to hire him because, guess what? I know a little bit more than just hip-hop.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying Ogun's one-dimensional. I'm saying that Ogun's specialty is one lane.
Right.
I've been running Rob's company under Rob's tutelage for fucking 5 years.
Right.
So I know exactly what Rob wants. You know?
Right.